Hi guys, and welcome to another Bootstrap 4 with brackets text editor video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. In this video we're going to add a full width video background. It's kind of like this slider, but we want a video rolling on behind it, and we'll put a bit of text in front of it. Let's see where I want to actually put this thing. I think we'll put it up here between the team section and the menu. Okay, now to do this I've found a great bit of JavaScript code on GitHub once again. I'll put this link below the video if you want to use it. So I'm going to just download the source code. It's called Veed from Vodka Bears. So once you've got it downloaded, it's going to give you this zip file. Go ahead and extract it and it'll give you this folder here. And inside we've got all this lovely stuff. Now, it's always a good idea to read the license, which is right here, and you can open this with brackets. And the brackets text editor we're using, for those that haven't been following, is free, and you can download it from a link below this video also. So it says you're allowed to use this however you want, which is just what we want. You always want to check that, because you don't want somebody emailing you and demanding that you take content down once you've been using it. That's great. That's just exactly what we wanted. And if you look in their examples page here, they give you an example of a block background, which is what we'll be using today. We're going to have this behind one of our sections here. I mean, obviously you can do this from scratch, but that's writing quite a lot of JavaScript, and this is about Bootstrap, this video, so I find it a lot easier to just download something that somebody else has built and has kindly allowed you to use. And the other example is for a full body background, which again is pretty useful. So let's have a look, see what we need to do here. So here's their source file. This has actually got the JavaScript file that we're going to need to use in it. We'll have to copy that over to our site. And inside this examples, let's just have a look at this one to see what the HTML code they're using. So again, we'll open it with brackets. Here it is. That's that top one. That's one way of doing it. We're going to use this method, I think. So we can just make a div, give it a style. And there's their videos they're pulling in there. They've got 3 different types: a WebM, an OGV, and they've actually got a URL. I'm going to use an MP4, or there's an MP4 there. They're using the URL for their OGV file. Reason they've got 3 different files here, it's compatibility over all browsers and all devices. And then they got a poster here. Now that's just a JPEG image that on quite a lot of smartphones it won't play a video background, and so you put that in there for a fallback image, so there is an image in the background there. Okay, and if we look down here, using jQuery, we've already got that in our site, and that's to do with jQuery as well, so we don't need that. Now here's the script that's pulling in that jQuery Veed.js or Vidi.js. We'll need to include that in our site. So let's go get a video. Let's move this one out of the way. I'm going to grab a video from a great video site called Cover. It's Cover with 2 R's. There we go, free stock videos. And let's find one with some food. want something with a fairly dark background because I want to put some text over the top of it. Something like one of these or one of the, oh, that looks good. Drink wine. Perfect. Yeah, it's just a short video clip, so it doesn't take up much space. Yep, that will work perfectly. So I'm going to hit the download button and it'll download. Okay, so we've got that downloaded. Once you've got it downloaded, go to your file. Here's the file it's given us. Again, we just want to extract these, and we've got an MP4, OGV, a WebM, and a snapshot, which will be a JPEG or a static image, which we're going to want to use for backup. Let's just go in there. I want to take these out of here, so I'm going to just copy those and paste them in the root folder there just for a second, because I want to copy these over to my website. MP4, OGV, WebM. Just hitting Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and a snapshot. There it is. Control C, Control V. So I've got all those 4 files there. Let's go to our Bootstrap 4 website folder. Let's create another folder inside our website folder. Let's call it vids, or call it whatever you want. I'm just going to call it vid, short for video. And inside that folder we've just created, I'm going to paste those 4 files. That's 3 video files and a JPEG. And as you can see, the sizes are pretty small. 5 megs, 5 megs, almost 5 megs, and a couple kilobytes. So I'm just going to copy those and paste them into our little folder there. So we've now got those videos inside that vid folder. Okay. Back to our JS download that we had just now. We want to go into the source file and actually grab the jQuery video.js right there, or vjs, and we'll copy it. We'll go back to our Bootstrap 4 site, and we want to paste it inside our JavaScript folder here. So there it is. Again, I'm just using copy and paste. Now this the video.js, it's got got documentation inside here, so you want to have a look, read all these files. Like I say, it's always a good idea to read the license. We've done that, but if you've got any questions, read some of the documentation inside here and it'll tell you how to do everything. Alright, so we decided we want to put this video section between our team section and our menu sections. Let's go ahead and do that. To my Bootstrap 4 site, and I'm going to open the index.html with our bracket software. There we go. Just get rid of those files I don't want. Alright, so let's go down to our team section. There it is, team. And let's create a new section. I'll just call it video. What I'm going to do, I guess I shouldn't have shut that file down. If we go back to our VJS download, to the examples there, I'm just going to copy their bit of code. So let's open that back up with our brackets. Here's the div, that second div. I'm going to just copy that to save time and put it inside our section here. Tidy that up a little bit. Now what we've got going on here, that's the ID of the block itself, or ID of the div itself I should say. Style, width 100%, so that means it's going to be full width. Height means it's going to be 500 pixels deep. I may want to change that. Now the video background itself, it says MP4 is located in Video Ocean. Well, it's not. We've got to locate our own videos. Same with the WebM and the OGV, and the same with the poster. The poster is the JPEG or static image. I think it works for PNGs, etc. So let's just change these to our locations. Now we know that ours are in a folder called vid, and they're all called drink wine. So I'm just going to copy that name there, F2, Control C, and let's start changing these. So it's going to be in vid, is the name of our folder it's in, and the actual file is called drink wine. Now I'm just going to copy that and replace the other instances with it. There. Like I say, they're using a URL there. You can try putting a URL in for a video if you want to. There. That's it. That's all we need to change there. Now to make this work, we've got to call in that JavaScript file that we copied over. Which is in here, and it's called jQuery vid. What I can actually do is, here's their one, and you see they're pulling it in there. We've got to tell our page to pull it in, so I'm going to copy the name of the file because that hasn't changed. If we go back to our site, let's go down to our scripts at the bottom here. Scrolling. Okay, I'm going to put it just below that right there. So I'll have to copy it again because I'm going to copy this just for expediency. In fact, I'm going to copy the title as well, because we'll give it a title just so we know what it is. Control C, drop down one, Control V, and let's say video full width, so we know what it is. Now it's pointing to the JS folder. That's exactly where we want, and we want that file name. So let's just take that one again, copy, and put it in right there. Being careful not to clip off any forward slashes or tags at the end. Right, so that should now be pulling in that bit of JavaScript, and we've got our video all set up at the top here. So that should now appear on our page. There we are, right there. So let's save that, Control S. Let's go back to our site. Move that one out of the way and refresh. And it should appear between the two there. There we are. Perfect. There's our full width video section. And according to the JavaScript that I looked at earlier, this is responsive, so it should shrink with your window. It's a little bit too much there. Let's move up to where we are. Yeah, see, it's shrinking with the window size. That's great. Alright, let's take that off. And I want to make it a little bit deeper than that, so you can see the wine bottle and perhaps a stem of the glass there. So let's go back to our index.html. And if we look, height is 500. Let's make that say 700 and see what that looks like. Refresh. There we go. You can now see the bottle pouring. Might even want to make it a little bit more. Let's try 800. 700 is good. Yeah, I like that. Alright, well let's add some text and perhaps a call to action button, something about a wine club, I imagine. So let's go back to our text here. Now we want it to be within this video block right here, so let's just add another div within that div. I'll give it a class because we want to target it with a bit of CSS. Let's call it Wine Club. WCLB Wine Club. Okay. And let's just add another div inside there with some attributes like text light, because we want a light text on that dark background there, and text center because we want it centered. So let's do another div, and we'll give it the class of text light. That'll make that nice white text stand out on that video, and let's center the text, so text center. What do we want to put in there? Well, let's put in some H2, I guess, headings, and we want them to be pretty big, so let's do the class of, they got some great display class. Let's do display, say 3. Well, that should be big enough. You can add these attributes to your headings and it'll make them larger than usual. If you spell it right, display, that should say. Okay, that should do it. Now what do we want to say? Let's say join our wine club. What about join our elite? Wine club. And let's give it a subheading. Something about wine. About oh, I know. How about we'll use that for the subheading. Here I'm just going to say select wine club. How's that? And don't taste the greatest wines, or taste the best of the best. Exclamation mark. And underneath there, let's put a button. In fact, I've got a button right there. Oh, it's a submit button. Here we are, here's a button. Just going to pinch that, save me typing it out again. Okay, button info, so that will be that nice blue button we've been using for the rest of the site here. We'll give it a, when I create a contact section, we'll make it go down to there, so I'll just leave that as is for the moment. Let's say join today. I don't need the hyphen in there. Okay, well let's take a look, see what we've got there. Probably it's going to be up at the top, so I'm going to have to add a bit of padding at the top to centralize it. But let's say that, Control S. Let's go back to our site, see what we got going now. Let's just take that up a bit and refresh. There we go. That's pretty much what I wanted. So I've got to give this a bit of padding to push it down to the middle. It's wine club. Let's see what we need. So let's try 300. Maybe too much. It's gonna be. I've got 800. That's probably 150. Yeah, we'll try 300. Take that down so we can see what's going on. There's the bottom of it. Wow, it's almost, in fact, select with an E on the end. That's pretty much perfect. It's going to work for me. Right, let's take the E off select, so it's select instead of selectee. My spelling is atrocious. And let's add that padding of 300 to our custom CSS. Now we'll have to create WCLB class. Let's just copy that. Close that out. Back to our HTML. Take that E off of there. Let's go to our custom CSS. Let's just save that. Control S to our custom CSS. And for those that don't know, the custom CSS is, here's our Bootstrap 4 site. It's in our CSS folder, and we created this custom CSS file that I've got open in brackets here. So let's go down to the bottom, move that all the way out of the way. Give it a quick title. I might pop this in the middle so it's sequentially under our / // so it's under our team and before our whatever the other section was, menu section, wasn't it? So and the only real bit of CSS we got to put in here is, was it WCLB for Wine Club, wasn't it? That little div we called it. Yeah, WCLB class. Okay, so it's a class, so it's a dot period WCLB for Wine Club. Open and close some curlies, and it's pasting that padding that we copied from the Chrome inspector there. Save that. In fact, I'm going to cut this and put it in the correct position, just so it's hiring, video section, testimonials, locations, Jumbotron, overlay, wines list, parallax section, menu. There it is, menu, so it wants to go between specials and menu, because that's where we actually put it. That way the CSS is in order there. Okay, quick save, Control S. Let's go back to our site and do a refresh, and nothing should change. There we go. We've got that nice little looping video rolling behind. Like I said earlier, read the documentation that came with this JavaScript, and it tells you how to change these parameters if you don't want it to loop. You can change all kind of different things. But there you have it. There is how to add a full width video section to your Bootstrap website. I hope you found that useful. If you have, please like the video and please subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in web development, take one of our courses below. We've got some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers. There's also some great free courses down there, so check it out. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.